I grew up being taken to church. I did the prayers. I made the sign of the cross. I followed the rules. And for most of my life, I never felt God. Not once. I never felt a thing. I thought that was normal. That's what I thought faith was. The showing up, the words, the routine. Nobody ever told me there was anything more than that. There is. There is a gap nobody talks about. The gap between practicing a religion and actually having faith. They are not the same thing. And it took most of my life to find out the difference. So if you grow up with it and walked away and were never even sure what you walked away from, I want to talk to you. But to understand why a man walks away, you have to go back to how he was given God in the first place. Back to the child. Stand up, kneel down, make the sign of the cross, recite the prayers by heart, in words so old you cannot understand a single one of them. Sit still, do not fidget, do not ask why. To a boy who just wants to be outside playing, it is all motions, things you perform so you do not get in trouble. And hear me clearly, because this is the part people get wrong. I'm not telling you to keep your children away from God. The opposite. Jesus said it himself. The children are the closest thing to him, the purest. A child does not need to be argued into faith. He's already nearer to it than we are. So this was never about whether we'd give God to our children or not. It is about how. We handed them the standing and the kneeling and the words they could not understand, and we kept the meaning for ourselves. We gave them the outside and skipped the inside. And then we wonder why 20 years later they walk away from the whole thing and never look back. They did not reject the faith. They rejected the only version of it that were ever shown. But the empty ritual is only half of it. Plenty of men had it all explained to them and still walked away. So what happened to them? It is harder to admit. It is pride. I have a close friend of mine. He makes the sign of the cross. He says he believes in God. But when I ask him about the resurrection, the miracles, the things only God could do, he called them fairy tales, nice stories, not real. He kept Jesus the wise man, and he threw away Jesus the Son of God. And when I pushed him on why, the truth came out. He told me, and these are his words, not mine, that he could not believe the same thing as some poor old people muttering prayers in the back of a church. He said they were dressed badly, they looked miserable, that they had nothing to show for their life. And then he told me plainly, I'm not like them. There it is. That is the real reason. And a lot of strong men carry it and never say it out loud. He did not reject the miracles because he examined them and found them false. He rejected them because of who else believes them. Because a young, strong, successful man cannot picture himself kneeling beside the very people he has spent his whole life trying not to become. It looks like weakness. It looks like surrender. But those humble old souls he could not lower himself to stand beside, they might be holding the very thing he has searched for his entire life. He threw away the message because he was too proud for the messenger. And look, I'm not standing here better than him. I carried the same pride. For years, I thought I was too strong, too smart, too busy building my life to need any of this. So I'm not pointing at you from above. I'm telling you what I had to walk out of myself. So let me tell you the difference. The one nobody explained to me either. I had to find it myself. Religion is the part you can see, the rules, the ceremonies, showing up, the things other people can watch you do. Faith is the part no one can see, what is actually happening inside of you while you do them, or what is not happening. And Jesus drew that line himself, and he put it somewhere that terrifies people, not at what you do, at what you are. He said the wrong was never only in the act, it was in you long before that. The anger you swallowed, the envy you hid, the darkness no one ever saw. You never broke a rule in your life, but you were guilty the whole time. Men see what you do, God sees what you are. And that was me. For years, I did everything right and felt nothing behind it. I was performing the faith, not living it. God was not a stranger because He could not see me. He was a stranger because there was nothing real in me to bring Him. Here is what changed in me, and it's not what you would expect. I did not start doing more. I started watching what no one else could see. The anger that rose up out of nowhere. The pride that crept in when something went right. The moment I judged the man in my head and still smiled at him with my face. For my whole life, I never counted any of that because my hands were clean, so I thought I was good. But His word would not let me keep pretending. The more I read the words of Jesus, the more I could not hide from what was actually inside me. He held up a mirror I had spent 40 years avoiding. And that is the work now, not the showing up, not the rules, the quiet war inside that no one will ever see but God. Some days I win it, some days I don't. But for the first time in my life, I'm fighting the real battle instead of performing the fake one. So let me ask you the only question that actually matters. Not what you do, not the record you keep, not the man everyone thinks you are. Who are you when no one is watching you? What lives in you in the quiet? The resentment, the pride, the things you would never say out loud to anyone. Because that is the part God has been looking at your whole life. Not the man you perform, the one underneath, the one you have never let anyone see. You can spend the rest of your years perfecting the outside and looking like a good man to everyone around you. And none of it will touch the one place that actually decides who you really are. Here is the part that should break you open. God has seen all of it. Every ugly thing you have buried, every thought you would be ashamed to say it out loud. And He never walked away. He's still standing right there, waiting for you to stop hiding and turn around. So stop performing. Start there, in the quiet, in the place no one sees. That is where faith actually begins. No one can do it for you, not a church, not your family, not me. We can show you the door. Only you can walk through it. Reclaim the man.